it feels so cold inside my heart tonight. Be my man is what she said. It's not just the wind that's moving round tonight, but quick and clean don't make it right.
Right, start of the day for Anthony and I, and we're going out to a gully, and it's been a really rich gully. They got one there 57 ounces. I looked it up last night.
57 ounces.
The trouble with it is there's a lot of overburden. And so what I've done, I've gone into the budget a little bit and I bought this for the help with the overburden.
Good man, Glenn, good man.
It cost,
wow.
And you've got to realise these things cost a bit of money, and when you're on a budget.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I bought this rake hoe. Oh, did you think I meant that?
I was hoping you meant that, Glenn.
I bought this rake hoe for
okay.
$90.50.
Oh, money well spent.
Should have been $95, and when the bloke said $95, I said, Jesus, $95. He said, I'll give you the 5% trade discount. So $90.50. Ant and I go, shift a bit of rake over a bit of overburden. We wish we were taking this, but this is all we can afford.
That's
Righto,
it.
mate.
Let's get into it. Thumbs up.
Righto, Anthony and I are out the bush. We're at the head of the gully that we're going to look at. And it's very interesting because it was first worked in the mid-1850s and it had too much overburden, and they were sinking little potholes, sinking down to the wash and taking the wash a fair distance to the creek, and it wasn't particularly rich, and they lost interest in it. Then in 1861, a major water race was built that serviced this area. These blokes tapped into it. They didn't take any notice of the wash at all. They just took all the surface off and got to the bottom and took up the whole bottom, and it was very, very rich. As I said earlier, they got 157. Now this is the main race. This is the race that leads into it. So this is a big race that's been cut off the even bigger race over there. This leads down into a dam. So it's full of leaves in it now. So this leads down into the dam that they were using to capture the water. They were buying the water at night. I've said before how the water was cheaper at night because there were less men using it. They were buying their water and capturing it in this dam down here. So we'll go down and have a look at the dam, mate.
Yep, let's check it out.
Righto, Ant and I have walked down and we're in the dam that they were using to service the gully below us. And as I always say, it's a fair feat.
Yeah.
They build these big walls. That's where that's dropped down, but the pipe or hollow log that was carting the water was down there. That dirt's dropped down. That wasn't how high the water would run out. The water ran out here. So they put a great big wall in, and the walls themselves at the base is probably 5 foot, 6 foot deep, wide, and then another 6 or 7 foot high when you get on the other side, because we're on a slope. As you can imagine, you've got to build on a slope to hold more water. Like, it's no good trying to build a dam on flat ground.
Yeah.
Find a slope like that, build a high wall here, and all this area is taken up by water.
That's it.
So, pick and shovel and wheelbarrow, they've built this dam for the sole purpose of working the gully that Ant and I are going into. We're just going to skip into the top of the gully because I want to show you one more thing and then we'll get busy.
Yep.
Right now, mate.
Awesome.
Righto, this is the final two pieces of the puzzle. This gully that we're in now with the big high banks, it's been a natural trap. And when they worked it the first time, they were sinking down and digging up the wash, and they were very interested in the conglomerate, as we always are as well. And so all the they were taking it away, trying to crush it, washing it, and they got very little gold, and they walked away from it. But our men that worked it, they were a party of Germans that worked it. When they came in, they woke up to what the problem was. The gully had been here as a big trap. The gold came from the reef above us to the east, and came down the slope from the reefs, and was laying on the bottom. And then a heap of mud and slurry and everything came from the opposite direction, came from the south. So it's flooded in, and it's overladen the gold. So they've come into the gully and they've thought, oh beauty, look at all this. This will be full of gold. So they've started picking shovel up, like I said, in little potholes, got down onto what they thought was the wash. It's been pretty barren. but yet they had to be right on the bottom. All the gold I've found here is right on the bottom. There's little or no gold in the conglomerate. There is a little tiny bit where Anne's proved last week when we were having a bit of a prospect. But there's very little in here. And the interesting part about this gully to me is they worked it from the lowest point and came all the way up. And we know this because when the blokes worked it, when the Germans worked it, they kept throwing the stone out and putting them beside them and behind them. So when they got to here, no wash here, where all the way down the gully on the other side, there's wash everywhere. The reason there's no wash here, they took all the overburden off, put it behind them, because that's the way they were working it. And then they were cleaning it back to these siltstone cracks. And that's where the gold is in this gully. There's nothing in all the wash here where the first blokes thought. It's all on the bottom, which is our plan today, Ant. We'll get down below, find a spot, break it off. We'll get on the bottom.
Put that good rake to use.
Put the new rake hoe to use. Didn't bring the excavator.
Damn.
All right, mate.
All right, let's get our backs into it.
Got two things to do. One is me have breakfast.
Yes. Gotta fill the stomach.
And then
Cup of coffee, and then we're into it.
We'll make a start.
Sounds good, buddy.
Yeah, see, that's why this is all clean.
Yeah.
And you're more likely, you know, you'd think, oh, I'll detect those stone heaps. You're more likely to get a little bit of gold
Stuck in between
in
the
there
crevices,
than you are in 6 foot of that gravel wash. And that's just for this gully. That's not normal.
Yeah.
Mate, why haven't we started?
Well, Glenn hasn't had his breakfast yet, and you know what it's like. He can't go to work on an empty stomach.
No.
So we've got a toasty ready for him now. We're going to have a quick cup of coffee as well, just to get ourselves ready, and then we get into it.
You got the aerogard out. The mosquitoes are already circling, So we've got all sorts of gear. We're ready for a big day. We've got picks and shovels, crowbar. Where did the crows drink before they had crowbars, eh?
I don't know, Glenn. Where do they drink?
Righto, we'll have our brekkie.
Let's do it, mate.
Good health.
Thumbs
Thanks,
up.
mate.
Cheers. Glenn, you feel better now after brekkie?
I'm a lot better, mate.
That's what I like to hear.
Now, I'm a bit reluctant to share this because it might cause someone any trouble, but I'll tell you this and then you take from it what you will. If you're lost out the bush and you're totally lost and you've got no other resort, don't do this until you've got no other resort.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know, because someone's going to say, oh, I was
Glenn told me to do this.
I was 10 feet from the car and I thought, oh, there's a car there, but no, I'll take Glenn's advice and I'll go over there. If you've got no idea where the car is, no idea where the sun is, if you come across a kangaroo track like this, get on the kangaroo track for a couple of reasons. You see this how it runs up and down here?
Yep.
The kangaroos only make a track like that for 2 reasons. They're going to feed or they're going to water. And both things can help you because if they're going to feed, they'll be going up the edge of the road or a grass paddock or something. So if you're in the bush, if you follow it, it'll come out. And even if it goes to a dam or a creek, it gives you a bit of a landmark to follow. And if you're in thick bush, it's a lot easier to follow the wallaby tracks, the kangaroo tracks, than it is to just to wander blindly. And you won't be walking around in circles. You'll be going somewhere.
Yeah, that's it.
So if you do get lost and you've got no other option, and this I stress that, no other option. If you've got an idea for yourself, don't just say, oh, there's a kangaroo track, I'll follow that. But if you've got no other option, follow the kangaroo track. I prefer to follow them up because generally speaking, if they're going down, they'll be going to water. But if they're going up, they're either going up to a dam in a paddock or up to the sides of the road.
Yep.
So it might never ever happen to you. You'll get lost, but you might never ever need to follow the kangaroo track. But if you do, get on the kangaroo track and stay there until it takes you where they were going.
All right.
Kangaroos will wander around the bush all the time.
Yeah.
But every so often, they'll make a track because that's where they're going.
Yeah, you can see it.
You can see it clearly, and you'll see them too because you'll be going through bush and you think, oh, there's an easy path.
Yeah, it looks like a walking track or something.
Yeah, it does. And then with trees like that where they've ducked under and various things, it's a lot easier to cross the creeks. It's a lot easier to follow.
Yep.
And it'll give you some, ease your mind a little bit to know that you're going somewhere.
Yeah, that's it.
And generally speaking, and that's why the mongrels are on the side of the road all the time because they're going up for the grass. So get on the track, stay on the track till something happens.
Beautiful. Thanks, Glenn.
Not if you if you had...
As a last resort.
As a last resort when you're completely bushed.
Yeah, that's it.
Righto, mate, let's get into it.
All right, let's do it.
Righto, we're right in the bottom of the gully we've been talking about. And this is the wall they've worked back to this clay wall. There's nothing that way.
Huge wall.
And they've taken all the wash out and stacked it to the sides of the gully. And on the other side, on the western side, it goes in 2 or 3 levels. But the trouble is, as I said, the gold is on the bottom. So it's no good getting up here and digging or detecting in this wash, because there's very little gold in the wash, and there's too much overburden to get your detector on the ground. We're looking for a spot where we can detect and rake and open up a bit of ground, which I'm hoping is here. See, there's the bottom there. That's the bottom there. Here's some bigger stones that are easier to move that have been stacked up. Up through there's a heap of ferns. Again, there's some wash stacked up, but you don't have to move too much before you're on the bottom. So Ant and I are going for the easy option. Rather than shift 5 foot of wash behind us, we're going to follow up the slope, chop the ferns, rake it into the gully, shift the smaller level of wash and shift the bigger rocks, because if you shift, it's a lot easier to shift one big stone that stretches your muscles and get all that area than to pick and shovel that many stones and get a little tiny area.
Yep.
Well, mate, done a lot of talking.
Yes, Glenn, let's get into it.
Let's make a start.
Let's do it.
Right now.
Yep.
Right now, ants land their first signal for the day. We've been doing a little bit of raking. The only problem with this is a little or a hole there where someone may have dug a previous target. And whether this is part of it or not, see that depression where Ants just put his foot.
Yeah, like there.
But we're happy to have a signal.
That's the signal.
If it was in solid ground, you'd be more than happy with it.
Yeah. Yep.
Great day to be out the bush at the moment. It's nice and cool and clear.
It says here he's got his shirt off. We're sweating. It is.
Oh yeah,
It's cool, but
it is.
once you start raking and digging, you warm up pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, she's screaming now.
Yeah, it's sticking up there though, mate. It's not blanking out.
It's not blanking out.
No. I'm just smirking at myself about having the shirt off. See that's why we can't conduct tours, because we don't want to say you saw a man escaping on a hairy pogo stick.
Not too much off.
Well, that's non-ferrous, don't you reckon?
That's definitely non-ferrous.
So we don't know what it is, but if one of the metals
It
that
sounds like we're close, too, doesn't it?
non-ferrous simply means non-iron, so or non-steel. So gold would fit into that category, wouldn't it, mate? Have been non-ferrous.
Sure would.
That'd be bloody great.
That's a tree root. But that's not going to come up as a signal for our 5000s.
No, I mean, you've got a definite signal there. You've got a definitely good big signal.
It's out.
It's out.
Yep, and it's still sounding good, Glenn.
Yeah. So I got my money on gold or 22 casing, mate. That's my 2 options.
Yep, I tend to agree with you there, Glenn.
It's not too bad idea that he's staying hiding, though.
No.
What is it, mate?
Piece of metal. That.
A bit of zinc. Bit of zinc metal, Z-I-N-C. You'll find these when they've been melted by the fire, it look like a piece of melted silver. They'll be really bright and shiny and they'll break easily.
Yeah, there's another little bit in there. Jeez, it sounded good though, didn't it?
Yeah, I was bloody up and about. I gave us a big chance.
Yep. No, just 2 pieces of metal.
Righto, 2 pieces of zinc, but anyhow,
Yep.
That's our first signal for the day. We had a bit of excitement. I'll give you a thumb sideways, mate.
Yeah.
Good work.
Cheers, buddy.
I got on the move to go over and see Ant because I could hear him on a signal. I only gone about 2 yards and then I heard it blank out. But just showing you the and you can listen, showing you the where it is, and you can listen to how it sounds. Come on, mate.
Yep.
See here how it blanks out. That's because we're using the double decoil with the discriminator turned right up. Now, when you start off detecting, and even when you are detecting, people say dig every signal. So there's nothing wrong. Dig all the signals. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would sell my mother to the circus to say that that is not gold. That's just a big piece of steel, mate, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, we know.
If it's not too deep, I'll just prove it.
Yeah, and then if it turns out to be a bed end and can stay there, the downside to not digging them is, of course, you might be leaving a leg iron or something, a genuine metal relic. You know, I imagine if you were in one of the countries in Europe, you could leave a Viking sword there. So you'd have to dig a big signal like that if you're in a historic area. But we're in an area that's probably only worked with the Europeans from 1850, 1851. So there's no great treasure to be found by digging it out. There's things of interest, like, you know, a pickhead or parts of a shovel. I think I just saw it. What's near your foot? Oh no, just a big. I thought it was an axe head coming out. Carry on, mate.
Help us out, because I'm good.
Oh, good, it's out. We're conserving energy. The temperature hasn't gone up yet, but it must be pretty humid because we're both doing it a little bit hard. What is it, mate?
It's a piece of metal.
Piece of metal, getting close. Righto, if you send Anne an email, he'll send that out to you in a nice little container. Righto, mate, that's thumbs down, I'm afraid.
That is a thumbs down. Rubbish.
You look like you say you're in a bloody tropical wonderland behind you, though. It looks really nice.
I'm certain I get it.
You know how bloody lucky you are.
Very lucky. Very lucky.
Righto, mate. Keep at it.
Let's do it. Alright, mate, what's the story?
Well, we've got 4 signals on the go, Ant. 2 we can dismiss straight away. One is this one here. That's complete rubbish.
Yep, blanking out as we discussed before.
Yeah, and someone else has had a go. See that?
Yeah,
So that's someone's hole. They've decided it was rubbish.
definitely blanking out.
This one in the little drain, in the water drain, is a bit better. What could help that or hinder it is the fact that sometimes when you get a big rubbish signal, you're inclined to lift your detector up and step forward. So maybe that could be something that's been missed because it's been missed out by that one.
Too close there, yeah.
Got another signal here.
Yep.
That's almost non-ferrous, I reckon, but whether it's another bit of ant sink further up the hill or not.
I got a bit of zinc down here.
And that one in an old hole.
One more up here. Again.
Another rubbish one.
Yep.
Right, mate, we'll start with this one.
Alright.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it came out with the rake.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully you've dragged him down. That's right.
It. No.
Bit of your sink, isn't he?
Yep. Bugger.
Never mind. It's been a big week for the Conroy week. I've had a Conroy family. Had a grandchild, a little girl called Bryn Lee.
Congratulations, Glenn.
Yes. My daughter Lyndall.
Well done.
Her partner Bryce had a baby.
Thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yes.
I remember one
awesome.
stage Tracy and I decided we didn't want children, but Christy was 3 and Lyndall was 18 months, so we had to stick with them.
Gonna say, is that no?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, mate.
Yep.
don't know if it's an EMI or a signal in there.
Let's get this one out first.
There are benefits of gutsing it out in a rubbish area because, you know, we're in a gold bearing area, so if there's a lot of rubbish signals, you're inclined to move away after you dig 2 or 3 bits of rubbish. So maybe we'll fluke getting a little bit of gold because there's so much rubbish here. This one, I reckon, it'd be great if he was.
Well, it's heavy enough. It's balling.
Yeah, it'd be great if he was in a bit of stone.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think I could move him. Settle, mate. Settle, settle, settle.
In the hand.
Right, yeah. Somewhere in there, mate.
Still in the hand. Yeah.
What happened there? Must be on top of that coil now, I think. Bloody thing. Must have dripped through my fingers when I was...
Just. Got him now.
I'll be a bit more careful this time.
Yep. The old upside down trick, that's better. It's on the coil now. Don't see, not yet. I'm looking.
Yeah, I know, mate. So I actually thought that might have been it. I was talking. Mate.
Hush, hush. It's in here somewhere. It's very right on the edge.
Can't disturb it now.
Oh, over here somewhere then. We're blind.
Mate. Right, we can dismiss that.
Yep.
Wouldn't think it'd hide so easily well, would you?
I know. Don't tell me it's that blue.
That's him. Yeah, you got him.
Bugger. Piece of metal.
A lady called Mandy Matheson and her husband, they went detecting up around St Arna's, and they didn't have much luck. They found a coin which was good and a few other relics. They didn't have much luck on the gold. Anyhow, Mandy has named herself the lead shot lady and her husband the latte lad. He must have been having a few lattes when he should have been prepping. But the thing that amused me was Mandy is a nurse, and she sent me a message congratulating me about Brindley being born. And I sent a message back to her, and I said, I don't know why women make such a fuss over childbirth, because I reckon if men were having babies, there'd be a quick cup of tea and then back to work that afternoon. So,
oh, Glenn, look out.
Yeah, so if you're watching and you want to comment, am I right or am I right?
I'm going to leave those for you to reply to.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down, buddy.
Right, yeah, mate. We've got a signal here. It's still not far enough away from where we were getting the bits of zinc to get us really excited, but we're going to dig it anyhow to clean it up out of our area. But it's complicated by the fact that there's an army of jumping jacks moving around. see these fellas. Now they'll bite and they'll bloody hurt too.
Yep.
And they've got to have it a jump along. See that one? See how they jump along? That's why they're jumping jacks.
I've got my bracken here ready just in case you get bitten.
And I'll get up here where I can be safe.
Safety. Good man, Glenn.
I got up here, perched up here a second ago, so that if only thinking of ant, you know, if ant has a anaphylactic, if that's how you say it,
Anaphylactic.
reaction,
You'll be able to.
I'll be able to run for help.
Nice.
But when I sat up here, I sat on my haunches and I sat on a little blackberry and I jumped up. I thought one.
Bitten you on the clacker.
Yeah, I thought I was a bit worried. Yeah, I was in a race one time, harness race, and the horse next to me at the steps, the standing start. The horse next to me reared up and swung sideways and landed with its front feet on my groin. So missed both my legs. Got me right in the middle. So after the race, I was having the ambulance man had to pass me fit to drive for the next time. So unfortunately,
for a couple of days, Glenn?
well, unfortunately, it wasn't an ambulance man, but I got one good joke in. He was looking at the inside of my groin and he said, "It's badly swollen." I said, "No, it's always like that." I tell you what, if you get a half a ton of horse bringing a steel shoe into your nether regions, it's something you don't forget for a while.
I reckon.
Keep an eye out for those ants, mate.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You know where that signal is?
No, somewhere here, but where exactly, I don't know.
We haven't got any great faith in this one. But, I mean, you couldn't leave that signal, you simply couldn't. You know, you can tell when they're steel, but if that is synced, then well and good, we'll get it out of the road. Yeah, I'm a fair way up in the air here now. I've gone to higher ground to make myself safe. And the funny thing about it is too, the ants go after the bloke that's digging the hole or digging the area. Like these particular ants, they'll get on you and bite you almost absent-mindedly, but generally speaking, they'll go after you when you've stirred them up. If you dig on the side of their nest, they'll marshal an army and come straight away and attack. And that's what they're doing now. They're moving down the slope. Ants their primary target. One of our mates, briefly forgotten his name. He told us about putting aerogard on our boots to keep the jumping jacks away, and I think it's a good advice too. I tried it this morning.
We did it, yeah, we did.
Yeah, I reckon it's working. I reckon it's a good idea to keep the ants away from your feet. Thanks very much to all the people. I was made mention in our last video about how I was depressed, and a lot of people rose to the occasion and said they'd experienced it, or their family members had experienced it, and a lot of sympathy, a lot of empathy, a lot of understanding. So good on you folks, thanks very much. I'm as fit as a fiddle now. I'm back in town, so just got to ride the wave as we all know.
That's it, good man.
Righto mate, so
Something biting you.
Yes, it biting. Yeah, you got me complete sympathy, mate. I just laughed at master pain.
Well, I got it out, Glenn.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Oh, it's just this lead.
Yeah.
It's more of that.
Righto, mate. Righto, we'll try and push further up the hill and get away from these ants.
Yep, definitely.
And get away from that stray metal.
Yep.
Righto, mate.
Onwards. What have you found, Glenn?
Well, mate, found this here, which is actually a delightful spider. He was walking along, minding his own business a minute ago. There he is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See how well camouflaged he is when he went...
yeah, he sure is, isn't he? Kev, he might have fangs.
Yeah, he might have too. But see, look at the back of him.
Yep.
It's almost like a dry leaf. If I can encourage him to walk across the coil.
Drop the stick.
There he
goes.
goes.
He's got like red legs, doesn't he?
So yeah, there he is. if you're a man that knows your spiders, you'll be able to say, oh yeah, that's the such and such.
That nearly killed you, Glenn.
Well, he blended in well.
Yeah. Good looking spider.
He is.
I've not seen one like that before.
No, I haven't either, and not that I'm an expert on flies, but he has
No,
got
me either.
fangs too. See,
Yeah, I can see him at the front now, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he had bitten me, and they said, "What sort of spider was?" Oh, you know, one of those sort of round ones with the legs. Well, yeah, mate, where you going? You're gonna have to come out of there.
Yep. See you later.
See how he just looks like it.
Yeah. Yep, interesting.
Anyhow,
Onwards, Glenn.
onwards, mate. If you're out in the Australian bush or any bush, that's the sort of thing you got to deal with.
Yep.
Right, mate. We've got 3 or 4 signals here. I'll dig them off camera because there's only one that's with even mild interest.
Yep.
Thumbs sideways.
Sideways. We're heading back for lunch. Still no gold, but we found this.
Yeah, and I just wanted to show you, Ant and I have done a fair bit of raking and we haven't found any gold. And when in gold rush times, things didn't always go the way they planned to do that, because this puddler here, they've dug this puddler, they've set it up for a shaft in the middle, they've had a shaft there, that would have run out on an arm and there would have been a horse walking around in a circle, which turned the arm, which dragged the harrows. But they've never brought any wash up to it, and then it became dated and left, because down here the workings have come right up to the side of the puddler. So this would have been virgin ground. This is where they dug the puddler, and they had ideas of their horse being out there somewhere walking around the circle. But then they've mined all this, so the original blokes that dug this puddler, they had visions of bringing their wash up here and washing it, and then they've got the wash and found out that wasn't good enough. They haven't even bothered carting it up. They've gone to the creek and washed a bit. They haven't bought any water. They had opportunity to buy water. The water race runs straight along here. Here's the water race that runs along here. It's a little bit hard to see, but that's what they were intending to do. They're bringing the water through this race into that puddler. So Ant and I are dragging our toes a little bit because we've put in 2 hours raking and moving a few stones. Imagine pick and shovel on that, digging your hole, getting your gold or getting your gravel wash, and then you decide, nah, it's no good. So there's a puddle that was never used, and you can tell it's never used. Absolutely no sign of wash at all. No sign of wash in the centre.
Yep.
Been dug. I don't know how many days. It'd take two or three days for a couple of blokes tougher than us to dig it, and then you can tell that it's been worked over the top of, because there's no way they would have dug a puddler with one side missing. That defies the logic.
Yeah.
So that ground's come up there and been dug away. So this predates that, and this was never used. So if you're on the market for a brand new puddler, never been used, here it is. Come out there, put your shaft in there, fix that wall, get yourself a close-tail cross horse, and away you go.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime, and I'm looking forward to it, mate.
Me
Thumbs
too.
up.
Lunchtime. Got the Jackery on. Toasties, obviously. And special treat.
A special treat from Ant. What am I eating here, mate?
Śliwki w czekoladzie. Which is?
Chocolate plums.
Yes. One of my favourites.
Yeah, and one of my nicknames when I was a young man. And
They're absolutely amazing. I love them. Glenn, tell me what you think.
beautiful.
Yeah?
That's the best. How do you say that, mate?
Śliwka?
That's the best slifka I've had, I reckon.
That's it. Śliwka or śliwki are plums. So, how good are they?
They're bloody lovely, yeah.
Right there.
My 2 favourite things.
Śliwka w czekoladzie. Delicious. One for me too.
Gordon's
Yum, yum.
my learning by being with Ant all the time.
That's it. Got to try a few new things.
Yeah. Good work, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
Jebbadali.
Jebedale. Had a message from my mate Pavel and Marcin from Eber's Wykrywaczem na Magnesia. Pavel from Poland.
Yep.
And he said to say hi to Glenn and Jebedale.
Yeah, Jebbadali, mate. It's a cry that's gone around the world now.
That's it. Everybody's on board. So
I picked it up
that's
from
awesome.
Barbo when Barbo said it. I picked it up from him.
That's it. Love it. All right, mate. Let's
Good on you,
eat.
mate. Good on you, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Good on you, fellas.
Do zobaczenia.
What he said.
Well, we just finished lunch. We're back out. Same spot. We're just doing the same thing. We're just doing a bit of raking, moving logs, and Glenn's moved this tree. You can see this is where the tree branch was. There's just decaying tree there, a log, and we've got a nice little signal here.
We've settled on it being non-ferrous. We're not saying it's gold. It doesn't sound as even as gold would be, but we're not saying it's not gold either. You know,
That's
it's probably our
nice ground. Look at that.
yeah, probably our best area for the so far. You know, that's actually in the clay bottom.
If it's still in there now, we'll be happy.
Yeah, if we haven't rolled him out.
Let's see. Nah, she's out.
Yeah. Would have been nice if he was still sitting in that yellow clay, wouldn't
That
it?
sounds better. That sounds more goldy.
If it is a bit of gold, it's purely because we rolled the log out of the way, because I was clearing an area and getting out to detect it for me, and he got a signal. I didn't bother turning my head because I thought, no, it's too big. Someone else has already found it, but then he said it's been under that log that you rolled. So,
Okay.
so I'm going for lead or gold now, mate.
Yep.
Ant's eyes are gone into magnify mode.
Well, it's on the coil now. I think it's lead.
Yeah. That's why he sounded so nice.
Yep. Just a bit. Yep. An old bullet, lead bullet.
Oh well, just goes to show the size of the signals that can be here that we can found by moving a bit of stuff.
Yep.
Haven't turned one into gold yet, but we haven't given up hope either.
That's it.
When he was in that yellow clay, or if he'd stayed in that yellow clay rather,
That's right.
we'd have been up and about.
Yeah, we would have been.
Righto,
Just look
mate.
at this, Glenn.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. And that's what I was talking about for the first blokes that came in here, you know.
Yeah, they would have seen that and thought, oh.
Yeah,
there
you know, but the trouble is,
nothing in it.
when that was laid down, it was laid down after the gold. So the gold is on this clay and on the siltstone and on the actual sandstone bedrock. And then the gully was filled up with wash from a different direction. So it was coming from where there wasn't gold and gone all across the top of it. So the first blokes that worked it found bugger all because they were concentrating on the wash.
Yeah.
The second blokes that worked it, that brought the water into the gully,
They got a bit more.
all they did was
Off
went
the top.
along the bottom.
Yeah.
It's made it difficult for us because there's so much they had to lift to put to one side. So we're trying to find areas that are deep enough not to have been detected, but shallow enough so you don't have to take off 5 foot of wash.
Yeah.
And have a bit of gold. Righto, mate.
Well, we've moved spots. We had no luck. We spent the whole day from 9 o'clock in the morning till just before 2 o'clock raking all
So that's equivalent of a full working day for Ant.
and more. Absolutely buggered. So now we've moved to another spot and we're just going to do a bit of detecting. No
Yeah,
more raking.
just easy,
nice easy walk and
yeah.
walk through the park.
Righto, mate.
Fingers crossed. Let's try and snap at least one bit of gold.
Yeah, we can just get a little bit of gold.
That's it.
Righto, mate. Good luck.
Cheers, buddy. You too.
Righto, when we're making these videos, one of the things we're terribly interested in is actually finding something. You know, it's all right to show you the bush and all right to show you the things that are happening in the bush, but it's very nice if you actually find something. So we shifted spots, and you take it away, mate.
Well, I've got a tiny little signal right in this hole here. Obviously, I've dug down a fair bit because you can see all the wash stone in there. And I've got the signal out. I'll give you a listen.
So nice and even, but geez, just a signal, mate. You did a good job to get it out. And
Yeah, as I said, like on top, it was very small, very small.
I've got him in the hand, right out. This is the moment of truth. Now we're as keen for this to be as gold as you are because,
This will be our first hit for today.
yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I reckon he's on. Yeah, I heard
Coil.
it. Yeah.
Oh, Glenn.
You can see gold,
I
mate.
can see it. Look at that bit of colour.
Right, yeah, taking away from your coil and I'll
Certainly soft.
get in for that. Oh, that's good news.
Now, it's not all gold.
No, no,
But
but
you
it's
can see the yellow in there. Look, check it out. Hang on. There we go. See the yellow?
No, I can't, to be quite honest with you.
All right, hang on a second.
I no doubt the blokes at home or people at home watching on the screen can, but looking through the phone, I can. Oh, now I can. There he is. Oh, there he is. Too easy.
Yep.
Too
Now I
easy.
stick it
Yeah.
out. So it's a little kind of surprise.
Yeah, that's great though,
It's
isn't
only a
it?
little bit, but
Yeah, but he's a bit of gold.
that's it. It's the right
He's
colour.
He's a bit of gold.
Actually, I think it could be a specie. I was hoping I'd be able to just crack that open, but it's in a bit of quartz, I think.
That wouldn't be the biggest disappointment you've had today, though, would it?
Far from it, Glenn. Far
no.
from it.
Oh, that's good.
That is
That's real good. Apart from the fact that Ant and I are mates, and I'm pleased he's found a bit of gold. I'm pleased for the sake of our video. You know,
Yeah, I know,
because,
right?
well, we just don't want to
Started
say,
so well and-
watch this video for 50 minutes, and you'll have a few laughs, and then suddenly nothing happens.
At least we found something.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Look at that, Glenn. Nice little bit.
That's a little ripper. That's a little ripper.
There
There
we
he
go.
is. Look at that.
Beautiful. A little bit of gold and a
Quick
bit of
time
quartz.
too, mate. I only had time
Yep.
for you to say, well, you go up there and I'll stay here
Yep.
and get a little bit.
Happy days.
Happy days, mate.
We are on the board.
On the board, and you've got a new neighbour.
Yeah, Jemadale.
Yeah, darling. Good work.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Well, Ant's landed another signal, not that far from where he got his first one. Well, mate, what's going on?
Well, there was a tree branch just lying across here, which I've just moved. I'll give you a listen to the signal.
Well, we're not allowed to jinx him, so if you're at home, don't say, geez, it sounds like gold, because, geez, it sounds like gold.
It could be lead.
Yeah.
I just found a bullet, so you know, obviously there's bullets around like everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's from what I read. That's one a little bit of the downfalls of the 8,000, isn't it? The
6,000.
6,000. That they dig so much lead.
Still on the ground, so that's good.
This is my only find so far. It's it's a rail spike. It was for holding down that little tram line that was bringing the wash out of the mine, which is what we're working on. We're working on gravel wash, quartz wash that was brought out from. This is an original ground that Ant's on here.
It sounded like I wanted to blank
It did for a second. Yeah, I was gonna. If I was a betting man, I'd like to see you get into a bit more gravel too.
Quartz though, it's starting.
Yeah, if it gets into the gravel.
Yeah, then I'll be happy.
Yeah. Once we get through the silty ground, because as I said, this is not original ground. This is ground that's been dumped here
That's right.
out of a gravel, out of a white quartz wash, a shallow lead. So. Yeah,
Flying away from
I wound you out from even money out to about bloody 6 to 1 then, mate.
Yep. Well, that's why I didn't
Yeah, that's why you didn't want to call it.
That's it.
But it's doing a great job to get a bit of gold.
Nah.
Doing a great job to get any signals here because it's seen a few detectors over the time. Especially now with so much leaves and sticks above it.
Yeah.
It's a pity it blanked out because you're getting into the ground proper now, aren't you?
Exactly.
We'd be really stepping around if it was a bit more even.
Yeah.
Anybody we are shout out to, mate? But,
Well,
I'll tell you one bloke I wanted to mention was
yeah.
our buddy Graham Fuller. Graham followed us in and bought the dish and cup from Sue Allen Dunlop, one of our sponsors or backers or friends or whatever. So good on you, Sue Allen. Good on you, Graham, because it was a nice gesture on your part.
Yeah. Completely blanking out.
Yeah, so whatever it is, it's not gold. We're certain of that.
Yep.
And it's ferrous, so it's a piece of steel of some sort.
Probably a nail like yours.
Yeah, well, I don't think you'll be lucky enough for it to be a rail spike like mine. They're very rare, sort of. Yours would be just a bit of rubbish, mate, I would say. Anthony and I had a pleasant morning this morning. Believe it or not, if it comes through, a lady's going to write a story about us and put it in one of the Melbourne papers. So we had to send us some photos of our finds and various things. So we were out the bush taking a few photos and it's amazing while we've been going out together, going out in the metal detector sense together.
Yeah.
Just want to scotch those rumours before they start. I mean, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Yeah, we had a bit of fun.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, reminiscing and going down memory lane with stuff we found, you know, and nuggets we'd found, and talking about how we were excited when we had 10 followers on YouTube. So, and if you, on that note, if you've got mates, you've got friends, you've got people that you can influence, get them to follow us and subscribe to us, because we'd like to rise up the chain a little bit.
Jeez, Glenn, I've lost it.
Yeah, it's gone right down the leaves now. Yeah, my man's got it.
I saw a rust nugget.
Did you? Yeah. Yeah, it's all over Bar the Shouting now.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and interesting about that is that,
It's rarer than yours?
well, it's as equally as rare, isn't it? It's worth the same value. But because we use the discriminant and because it's so badly corroded and rusted, what a small signal it gave. You know, if we had the discriminants turned off, that'd be giving a huge signal, but the rust in it is... Oh yeah, it's got a nice bit of depth to it.
Sounds great.
Oh yeah, flick it up in your hand, it'd be half an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce if it was gold.
Yep.
By the same token, if it was gold, it'd scream out as well. You know, gold would carry the signal a lot better than a bit of rusty metal. Righto, mate, I'll go back to where I'm working.
Yep. Glenn.
Well, mate, one of the things you'll notice when you get older is when you're by yourself, you get talking to yourself out loud. I came down here and there's a shaft behind us, and it's all quartz wash that's been thrown out, so the angular quartz wash. First sweep of the detector over this sort of broken quartz, and I said that out loud, that's the best signal I've got all day. And there he is.
And she popped out. Look
It's
at that
out.
colour. Look at that.
I reckon when he's had a little bit of dirt knocked off him, he'll be at least 1/2 gram.
Yep.
Because he's a nice
It's
little,
chunky, yeah.
yeah,
It's not
nice
flat.
little fat fella.
Yep.
So
Good job.
see, there he is.
Yep.
He's
Oh, you can see
nice
it.
little round one. He's mostly like he's only gold with a little tiny bit of dirt around him.
Yep.
Just sitting in there as easy as ninepence. You know, we
Just waiting for you to come and pick him
yeah.
up.
And as I said, as you get older, you start talking to yourself, and I said out loud, yeah, that's the best signal I've got all day, and I was right
that's
too.
Great. Good
Yeah.
job, mate.
Mate, so a bit each. 2 thumbs
Two
up.
thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
And Anthony's been on the bonsais.
Yep, I've got a Simon, you'll be proud of me. Check it out. Got a few hawthorns here. Got a couple in the bag. I've got to get into a bit of water and dirt before I go home. But yeah, a few little
Stick 'em under
hawthorns.
my armpits, mate, because there's a fair bit of water.
Too right, same.
I'm quite
Well
happy with
done.
that.
Good job, Glenn.
Yeah, right.
Well done. Into the canister.
Got one on the board.
Happy days.
Thumbs up.
Good job.
Right, Anne's going to crush his little bit of gold in the stone. I don't think specimen so much as it's been cemented back into the stone. So possibly with the specimen we wouldn't crush him, but I think he's just cemented in with the white quartz.
Yep.
So right on, mate, you whack him in the dolly pot.
Yep.
The Neil Trouncing dolly pot. Good on you, Neil.
Cheers, Neil.
We've given it a hit out a few times, so And not only that, I reckon I'm going to have covered on the way in with the last little bit. So,
100%.
is he in there somewhere?
I hope so.
That's him, is it?
No, I think that'd be. Oh no, he's him. Yeah. Yep,
Shit.
that's him. It's a good bit of pan in there.
If you're interested in that pan,
Look at that. Yeah, there he is.
I picked him up by the side of the creek. I don't know anything about it. And
They call them tornado pans.
yeah, it looks a little bit too complicated.
Yeah.
For me,
I'm a
but-
bit old fashioned. I
Yeah.
like just the normal pan myself. I don't
Yeah.
really know, understand how to use them.
Yeah,
But there she is.
there he is.
Little nuggy. That's mine for the day.
Righto, mate. I'll switch you off for a split second.
Yep. Alright, Glenn.
Righto, mate. First things first, we'll start off with the relic challenge. Your relics for today were...
You got me on the relic challenge there.
My relic was this, which has no value at all, but it's come out in the wash. It was used to hold the line down in the mine, and they've run used it to hold the tram line down. They've run their trolley through. So, win to me in the relic challenge.
Good job.
Righto.
Yeah, two from two this today, Glenn.
Yes, you
Bugger.
might be jumping to conclusions. Yeah, we're using the little gold bowls we got from Hands, 35 and solid. Good on
Cheers,
you,
Hands.
Thanks
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Love it.
they'll show the gold off to perfection.
Oh, just turned off.
Still on.
Yep.
Right out.
All right.
Rightio.
This is my bit.
This is Ants.
I reckon 0.2.
Yeah, I reckon 0.2 as well.
0.25.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh well, that's a quarter of a gram, isn't it? Yeah,
Yep.
that's a quarter of a gram. So
It's all
that's
right.
not too bad at all.
Yeah, because it's not flat. It is a little bit chunky.
If it
So
was flat, it'd be bloody lucky to be 0.1.
yeah.
It was
so,
a good bit of detecting too by Ant.
Thank you, sir.
We showed you the hole it came out of, and it was with using the 5,000. It was a good bit of detecting.
Yeah, happy with
Righto.
that. All right.
Here's mine. You want to have a guess, mate?
I'm saying half. Oh, maybe even a bit more. Give me a little. Ooh, might go to I was going to say 7, but I now stick with 0.6.
It was 0.7 we used to say all the time.
Yeah, it was 0.7. What are you going to call?
Oh, 0.6, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm going 0.6.
Copycat. Oh, 0.74. 0.76.
Well, which means we've got a gram between the two. Like that's 3/4 of a gram and yours is 1/4 of a gram.
Yep. That'll just pump it up to a gram. Oh no,
What did I
a
say,
bit
gram?
under a gram. 0.89.
Oh, well.
Almost a gram.
Yeah. We're happy enough with that.
Yeah.
Well, it was late. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon and we changed spots.
Yep.
And we got 2 little ones. So
That's it. Lucky.
we were lucky enough.
Saying it's a great day.
Yeah. Well, mate, you take that. That's your wages.
Both?
Yeah, well, I don't want it. I
Oh,
just bloody-
Glenn.
I'll show you why I don't want it, man. Turn that off and then come over here, mate. Right, I want to introduce you to,
Hey.
this is Fear Not, and this is her son Morris.
Morris.
Lyndall and I went to the yearling sales and bought Fear Not with some money that I'd got from gold. And we named her, she cost $4,000 as a yearling, and she won $200,000.
Wow.
Lyndall and I got all the prize money out of her. So we named her Fear Not because I found the gold around the Fear Not mine. So after she retired, she's gone away to stud, and this is her son, as I said, Morris. He's by Aldebaran Eagle. So if you want to have your go at naming the foal, Fear Not, it was found with gold money. That one's by Aldebaran Eagle. So Fear Not an Eagle. You work out a name. But mate, if you hop out that gate, I'll just let them out.
Oh, nice.
So people say, have you got any superannuation? Well, there's my superannuation.
Look at him go. Beautiful.
Yeah. So
Very nice, Glenn. Very nice.
yeah, so I was quite pleased to get. I found the gold, and then we bought the yearling. Bought Fear Not as yearling, and then turned out she was quite a good horse and won 200,000.
Yeah, very good horse.
Yeah, so we were bloody lucky.
And when was Morris born?
Morris was born around Christmas time, was he?
Jeez.
So he's done remarkably well. He's about 6 weeks, I would guess.
6 weeks old.
Yeah, that's all he is.
Jeez.
Yeah. And he's bloody full of himself too.
Yeah.
So
Young Glenn.
Yeah. Well, put your names in. Righto, mate. We've had a good day.
We sure have, buddy.
Really enjoyed myself today. It was
Always
good
a
to get
pleasure.
out. Yeah. So
Thank you very much.
thank you, everyone. Thanks to everyone that looks after us and it's nice to us through the comments.
That's it.
And keep following us, keep subscribing, and we'll see how we go. Right now, I'm going to
See you soon, mate.
Other mare and tie her up before we get into trouble. Thanks very much, Ant.
Thanks, buddy.
Good work.
See you next time.
Right, get out of that, Morris. Stop making them.